Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay, and in this video we're going to do sort of like two different things. We're going to be looking at a suitable wargaming mat for Star Wars Legion. So mats that are 6x3, as we've been told that is the size that they're aiming for. And I'm going to be basically doing a review of a Deep Cut Studio mouse mat. That's 6x3. It's the muddy field one, but we'll get onto that just in a minute. So first thing I want to do is just show you the website. There's not that many companies doing 6x3 at the moment. The main one that I've found is Deep Cut Studio. There are a few scattered here and there, but I'll talk about them in a minute. So if you go on Deep Cut Studio website, you'll find you can click mat sizes. You can do 6x3. These are the 6x3 ones. These prices aren't the 6x3 ones. This is just showing you from. So these are 3x3 size mat prices, but we'll get onto price as well. But yeah, you got your grass. That's mainly for probably Armada. Swamp, probably you could use for like Dagobah or something like that. Muddy Field, which is the one I've got, which I'm going to try and use for Legion for Endor. And on page 2, there is the Winter Mat and the Wild West. The Wild West is probably the closest you've got to Tatooine or Jakku. For some reason the name escapes me. That's the grass one, plain grass. This is the swamp one. This is the muddy field. This is Wild West. Personally, I'm not happy with the selection of desert ones that suit Tatooine. For the Wild West, it's perfectly fine, but this one would be for Hoth. And yeah, they're like the more suitable ones, I guess. Game Mat EU, they have one 6x3, which is a medieval town, but I've actually emailed them and they said they might do a desert one in time for Tatooine, in time for Star Wars Legion's release. So we'll wait and see what that is. So the one that I've ordered is this Muddy Field. I've got the mouse pad material and it's 6x3. Do keep in mind they don't come with a bag, so I've also ordered a bag, and shipping is around €10, I think. I'm not actually sure where they're based, but that's what it is. So the one that I've got, and I'll be going downstairs and rolling it out properly. It literally came the other day, yesterday. It came yesterday. Came in this. All I've done is take the my name and the address off because I don't want you to know where I live. And I've opened it, but I've not rolled it out or anything, but we can see it in here and the bag at the side. You can't quite see the bag. So yeah, what we'll do is I'll go downstairs, give it its first roll out, probably then unroll it because it probably have a few creases for a very short amount of time. And I'll give you my thoughts as we talk about it there. So let's go. So here we have 2 pasting tables, dead cheap, like £10 each, 6x2. So 2 of them, that makes 6x4. Just grab it out of the box. It's rolled in a way that I can't do the satisfying roll out because it'll, go the other way. But actually, let me make sure I can see what I'm doing. Make sure it's on the screen. I've got this very bright, white light. It's much better with it on, isn't it? But it's a bit too wide, but it's the best I can do right now. Got the bag inside. The bag I paid extra for. Yeah, it should just fit. Just about. Looks tight, but it should make it. And yeah, let's roll it out. As I said, it is technically rolled. I say the wrong way, but not the right way for just rolling it out nicely. So what I'm going to do is roll it that way, pull it over, smooth it out. This is the Muddy Field mat. The length looks pretty good. I am slightly attached to the camera, so I can't get too far away because I'm wearing a lapel mic. Can we see that? You can see that. It looks pretty good, I think. Obviously, I've not perfectly centered it or anything. The dog's down here. He doesn't know where to go. So let me go, let me just turn this around because it's something I want to show you. So here we go. In the bottom right corner, you can see there is a Deep Cut Studio logo. It's a little bit faded. That's one gripe I would personally, I'm not really bothered who really did the artwork, if I'm honest. If that's one critique I would definitely have, I don't think, just don't bother with your logo. Nobody cares. As much as I like the company and stuff, nobody really wants your logo on the mat. We'll get a zoomed out angle. Well, I can't really zoom out, but that's what the table looks like in the whole. That's a 3D print I made it downstairs because it was annoying me. Yeah, it looks good. Let's have a look at the corner then. So I've gone with the mouse mat material. Feels pretty good. It's come straight out of the box and it's pretty damn flat. Any undulations you can see, that's probably because I've got two different tables. But it looks, pretty good across the board. So what we'll do is we'll do a couple of different things. I'll get some terrain out and I'll get some dice and we'll sort of see if we can hear it, okay? So I've just concentrated some of the terrain over on this side. I think everything blends in nicely. The mat itself has got like the tone of green. On here on here mine looks much brighter, but that's just because of the light. In real life, they actually look fairly similar. The mat itself, considering there's a massive bright light, it's not really shiny. Obviously, I'm getting shadows, but that's because the light is so bright. But the detail on it, I've got to say, pretty good. Let's have a look. Yeah, you've got, in person, it looks quite faded. On here, it might look a little bit bright, but definitely the detail looks good. This is the muddy field one. So it's not too green, not too brown. I think that would be Katie's swamp over there. This would be sort of like a Endor. Oh, my plant's died. It's come off. I need to fix that. But yeah, it looks pretty good. So let's listen to some dice, right? Let's listen to some dice. I've got a lapel mic, so we'll see how it sounds. Well, it did hit the tree, but sounds pretty fine. I mean, when you compare this to the wood, you can hear the difference, I hope. Oh, that's on the thing. So, I mean, definitely a change in tone. I don't think there's much else to say. It's cost maybe like £70. Nice feel to it, looks good. I don't see any creases or anything like that. Let's see if I can actually cause a crease. I'm not too, all in the name of science. Let's see. I'm trying without using both hands. I don't think. No, I can't see where I did it. Pretty damn good for that. I mean, without sitting on it or anything, don't think that would be a problem. Apart from the logo, but the logo is only a small part when you compare it to the rest of the table. But yeah, definitely happy with it. Nice sound, I think. It's considering this is a wood table, I don't think that's that bad. It does dampen the sound, and the terrain looks good. I need to sort out some better lighting and that kind of thing, because I don't want these harsh shadows, but I don't want it to be like that dark over there. So I'll wrap up. I'll put this back in its bag, and I'll wrap up. So that's the closer look at it, and I think overall I'm pretty happy with it. I just checked how much it cost me. Again, it delivered to the UK. It cost me €75, whatever the exchange rate will be at that time. I think that was probably about £75, which I admit is probably quite expensive for one mat. You're probably better ordering a couple if you've got the cash together. I'll probably eventually get a snow one and a sand one. I might get the snow one from Deep Cut because quite happy with it, but the desert one, I'm waiting for one that looks a little bit more to my taste. That's no disrespect on Deep Cut, that's just the pattern. They've gone with a Wild West theme and I want like a more deserty theme in 6x3, and Deep Cut they seem to offer the most 6x3 mat, which is why I've gone with this one. The muddy field I think will suit Endor quite nicely. The grass one's probably okay, the swamp one would probably be okay, but probably, the grass one's too green, the swamp one's probably too muddy. With this one I think it's probably a nice balance. I said €75. The mat itself, fine. I think it might be a little faded, which I like because it's not like in your face and it's not overpowering the game, but some people might want really like popping details, but it's not too overly faded. Like the detail, the quality is good, it's just not very bright, I guess, if that makes sense. But that's what, for me, what you want. You don't want it to take away too much from your actual terrain and your models. It's a nice little backdrop to that. And I don't like the fact it's got a logo on it. I think several mat companies do that. As I said, like when I was talking over it, I don't care who the artwork's by, and I don't want to see your company name every time I play. It doesn't matter if you're the greatest company in the world, that's still going to be the case. It's only small though, it's not too bad, but it's one critique I have. Second critique, if I was going to do, if I'm on critiques, the box. Some companies have a nice box. There was one that I got by like HCD, an X-wing thing. That doesn't have a bag, but it had a nice little box that you just rolled it up to, slide it back in, done. It's not and I mean, I could simply probably sellotape this end up here and open it at the top and slide it back in, which is probably what I will do. But I just feel like, you could have your brand on your box and not your mat. That's what I would personally do. They're the two critiques, I think. It rolls up nicely. It's very flat. It dampens the sound of your dice. It's the exact right size, 6x3. The pattern's good. The price a little bit expensive if we're talking that, but you're paying quality. The PVC mats, which are like a thin plastic, they're probably like €10 less. So if you want to go, if you want to save your money a little bit, then there are ways of doing it. And as I said, I'll probably get the snow one for Hoth, obviously, and I will be looking on the market for a desert one. So if you know anything, or you've seen any 6x3 mats suitable for Legion, do let me know. Hopefully you like this video. Obviously we're preparing for battle reports, but the game's not out for a couple of months, so I will be going back to the terrain. There's some more terrain I need to add. Obviously I don't have a table's worth for Endor yet. So yeah, do like, subscribe, and as ever, have a most beautiful, beautiful day. Goodbye. Bye. Say hello to my little friends.